Hey Quinn, welcome to your recorded piano lesson. So today we're going to continue on from what we left off on last week, which was, I believe, the cross hand arpeggios. So last time we started with the C major, right? So we went right into it. We did the... So you have two C arpeggios on each hand. That's the first one. This is the second one, and then your left hand will jump over and play the root note. So if it's a C major, the root note will be C. So that's C major. Now if you do C minor, all you gotta do is flat the third note, the middle note, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the main chord scale, right? 1, 2, 3. The third note is flat. So if you do the arpeggio, excuse me. So that's C minor. D major. D minor means you flat the third, or you go down a half step for the third note, right? So from a F sharp goes down a half note. So that would be, or a half step, sorry. Half step, so now you're at a F. Now we do E major. So all you gotta do is follow the notes. Once you get the pattern, then that's great. You will be able to do a lot of these easily. The problem is just finding those notes to begin with, right? So like saying, oh, you know the C major, you know C scale and C chords really well, but do you know E major scale and E major chords really well? Right, so we have to know that. E major, E minor. Now we go to F major. We're going upwards, right? Now we're in F. And F minor. So flat the third, which is the A. We're going to go to A flat. So if you don't know these patterns, you can just look at the notes on the page, right? It'll tell you exactly what these notes are. So that's F, A flat, C. F, A flat, C. Right hand, or the left hand goes over to play this left hand note, right? So you're going to play that F, then right hand's going to go back downwards this way, and then you play all the chords. So now let's do G, G minor, A, and A minor. So G, so we went C, D major, E major, F. Now we're at G, right? So we have those. Up a little bit more, so it's... And then G minor, so we had B before. Now we go to B flat. Now we're gonna go to A. So we did C, D, E, F, G, and now we do A. So A involves an A, C sharp, and an E. So now if we want to do an A minor, we do A, C, and E. All right. So those are all the, whoops. Those are all the main white key major scales. The only one that we haven't done is the B. That one's a little bit weird. It has two sharps in there at the ends here. Whereas these other ones had a lot of white notes, right? B is a very complicated one, so we don't have to worry about that. So go over these a few times. You know, this is more of an exercise than it is a song, but it's knowing how to do these arpeggios. Again, the arpeggios when you are going from one note to another. So you're kind of skipping notes, but you're staying within the scale, okay? All right, so play that a few times. And the reason why you're doing that is because this song, the very next song, Spanish Caballero, is playing a lot of these arpeggios, right? So I'll play this whole song, and then I'll go over it. There's pedal at the beginning. Oops. Now I'm on second page. Oops. And then we go. It says play both hands an octave lower until the end of this part. This goes down 2 octaves lower, so it's, you can't even see it. You can't even see it. It's down here, so it's this E and a B. So and just believe that I'm playing that right now, okay? And then you have kind of crazy. It's pretty low, right? Yeah, I believe that's how this last part goes. So if you read this part, we'll get to that at the end, but I want to kind of focus on this first part. So we have this arpeggio, which is an A minor arpeggio. Okay, so we start with this A minor arpeggio. A minor, right? Not A major. So A major would have a C sharp. But this is an A major. Sorry, A minor. So it has a C natural. The next chord, the next arpeggio is a G major arpeggio. So you went from A minor down 1 note to the G major. Then you go down 1 note again to the F major, which is here. Then from F you go down 1 to the E major, which is an E, G sharp, and a B, as written on the page. So even if you don't know what I'm saying, like if I say an E major and you're like, I don't even know what an E major is, that's okay. These are written down here, right? So even if you didn't know this was E major, these have the exact notes written down. So it's E, G sharp, B, E, G sharp, B, and the left hand would cross over just like in the exercise before and play that E, okay? So we have that. Then we have here, well, we'll get to that in a second. I want you to practice a lot on these 2 lines. So the A minor arpeggio, the G arpeggio, the F major arpeggio, and the E major arpeggio. So the only minor one is this A minor one to start. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing like that, as well as the pedal that you hold down for each one. So each arpeggio you hold down the pedal and then lift when you play the next arpeggio. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so those are these 2 lines here. Get that down. And then we'll move on to the next part. This song it teaches us about this thing called a tempo. It means to return to the original tempo. So at the very beginning, let's see, so this says to find and circle 2 odd tempo marks in the piece. So the first one, let's see, there's one in the first page. Take a look. It's right here, right? And then there's a second one on the second page. And that one would be right here, okay? So that means to return to tempo. So the beginning of this song, I believe you play this, let's see, so return to tempo. So this is the original tempo speed, which is 144 to 168, right? And so that's how fast, you play it pretty fast. And over time, see right here, it says retardando, the ret. It means to gradually slow down. And then when you get to here, that means to return to that tempo. Sorry, get to right here, that means to return to the fast tempo. 144 and 168 is allegro tempo, and that is very fast. So once you get to the, so for example, whoops. That was the retard down do, so we slow down. And now we go back to the original tempo. So that's what a tempo means. All right? Okay, so that's it for now. Next week we'll continue on with this song. See you then.